Have you ever been tapped twice in the same match? I have, and I'll get to that in a sec. I just thought I'd explain a little bit about what this is. A long time ago, I had a thought about, I was recanting a story about something that happened while I was on tour. I used to play drums in a metal band, and I had a thought where I realised that one day I'm going to be too old and probably senile to remember any of these things, so I better write all these stories down. That thought led to me writing down a load of stories, putting them in chronological order, and then releasing them as a book called Vagabonds. It's out on Amazon, it's been out for years. I had this thought the other day with Jiu Jitsu where I was recounting a story, and I've lived a pretty charmed life when it comes to Jiu Jitsu and done lots of really exciting things and had lots of really good opportunities thanks to the kindness and generosity of some amazing people. So I thought, right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to consolidate all of those ideas and stories into a book. I don't want to release the book till I've got my black belt, so that's going to be a while away. So in the meantime, I'm going to tell some of these stories on camera. The one that I find I tell a lot, and it reminds me of that meme, I don't know if you've seen it, with like Jesus sat with the disciples, and the caption is like, blue belts telling competition stories to white belts. That dog shut the fuck up. So maybe 7 years ago, I know I was a white belt at the time, me and some of the lads, Pi, Big Mick, signed up for a BJJ 24/7 competition in Scotland. Fuck knows why, because they do them closer. You know, you can go to Newcastle or Manchester or wherever, and we did those comps as well, but for some reason we chose Scotland and stayed over the night before, did this competition. So the thing is, right, it was funny because we all got together, we drove up the night before, and we found like a little restaurant over the road from the hotel we were staying at. And I remember we were all eating and we were like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why aren't we out on the piss? And also, why didn't we just drive up on the first day, stay over in Scotland so we could have went on the piss on the night before? But obviously we wanted to be fresh for the competition. A lot of us were struggling to make weight, so we're not struggling to make weight, but had to be cautious about what we were eating. So I was like, I got like a small plate of pasta or something, and yeah, so we're all kind of like questioning our existence, none of which questioned it more until the next day when I got tapped twice in the same match. So the competition, white belt, I think at the time I used to enter under 73.5 kilos, which is a weight that I'll never see again. But it, you know, it's based on age and build and stuff. Adults, so the category was absolutely chocker, you know, white belt, normal weight, and adults, so like it was the busiest category. I think it was my first match in no-gi. I was up against this bald dude. I remember looking at him thinking, you should probably be in masters, but he might have been merged, whatever. And I shot the shittiest double leg against him. He sprawled down and within like seconds snatched a dart. It was really tight, couldn't get out. I was kind of like, I think I must have been like on all fours or trying to battle it. Anyway, locked up this dart, really good. So I thought, I tapped, match is over, shit. So but I tap, he waits a second, I'm thinking, what the fuck's he doing? Then he lets go. I think, oh, he's felt the tap, like that's it, like we're, you know, at the end of the match. He then cinches up an anaconda, rolls over into it, and then I have to tap again because he's choked me again. I can only think that he didn't feel the tap the first time round, so then he let go, thinking the dart wasn't on, waited for my reaction, and then switched to the anaconda. Now, had I known that he hadn't felt the tap, because I didn't go out, then I probably was close to, otherwise I wouldn't tap. But yeah, had I known that, when he let go, I'd have used that chance to like scramble and get out or whatever. But I just thought the fucking match was over, so I'm like deflated, relaxed, and then he fucking cinches up an anaconda, rolls through, taps me again. I was like, right, yeah, nice one. Tapped twice in one match in Scotland. If you've been tapped twice in one match under similar circumstances because someone didn't feel the tap or whatever, or they had to reset you, let me know, because yeah, as far as I know, I'm the only person that I know of that's been tapped twice in one match. So the rest of the competition, I remember, I don't know if I medalled, probably not, because I didn't medal barely at all at white belt because the divisions were so deep and I wasn't very good at Jiu Jitsu. But in one of my matches, I beat a Gracie Barra guy. Apparently I've always had it in for him, and Gracie Barra, Scotland. I beat him, and he was really sore about it, and I beat him quite high, like quite handily on points, and you know, but I just put it down to just being good. It's a high intensity situation, everybody wants to win, so I thought nothing about it. Then a couple of days later, maybe the next day, he and I think it was like 25 other white belts at that particular Gracie Barra gym in Scotland all got their blue belts. And it was a huge thing on the internet at the time. It was kind of like the early days of people having a dig at Gracie Barra, because they were like, this guy in Scotland has clearly just given all of these guys their blue belts based on attendance and not merit, because loads of them lost. Like, if I didn't medal and you lost against me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying, and I wasn't a blue belt at the time. I did get mine for maybe like a year or two after that. But yeah, I beat him quite handily, and he still got his blue belt. And it was on the underground, so everyone was like, what the fuck is this black belt playing at? Because it was obvious that he was just going for the money, just trying to, just wanted everyone's memberships to be more expensive so he could make a fuckload more money. And I remember the kid's face on Facebook, like absolutely buzzing just a bit that he's got his blue belt. But I remember thinking, there's got to be some part of him on the inside, because he lost to me, and then he lost to somebody else as well, thinking, he didn't quite earn this. So yeah, so that was that. But I guess I was part of that hoo-ha on the internet. If anyone who used to train or trained ages ago and remembers that, then yeah, that competition was the day before, and that was BJJ 24/7. I don't think it was Glasgow or Edinburgh, probably somewhere random in Scotland. And then on the drive home, my now wife rang me and told me that I had another dog, so I went home and I had an extra dog in my house, which was great. But yeah, so that's Tales from the Mat. If you've got any Tales from the Mat, let me know. Stuff in the comments, stories, send us a DM, whatever. It's always fun to hear them. I'll probably put these episodes out in between episodes of Reap on the Road. We've got a few local gyms lined up that I'm quite excited about seeing and visiting, so those episodes will be out soon. See you in a bit.